Hello everyone, Sam here from creativetrading.system.com, making this video about Nasdaq. So let's get started. This one, a Nasdaq 4-hour chart, and I made this on the 24th, April 24th, right? I made before also, but this is the one that I want to take it with you. These are like a couple of harmonic patterns I draw on this. The reason for these patterns, or even Elliott wave, is like you try to find the turning points and targets, right? So where it is going, and how far it's going to go, and where it's going from, and where the turn is going to happen. So according to this, we have two harmonic patterns here. One is the blue one, then the other one is the red one, right? So X, A, B, C, D, 5 points usually have these patterns of 5 points. So this is blue count, X, A, B, C, D. Now, red one was here bouncing from this. And according to this calculation here, it was like 78%, point B. Then point C was at 38%. And then I says, well, okay, if it is going that way, then the D point should be at 127. So I draw that target for this chart would be this, right? But the blue count, if you pull the fifth from here to here, from XA, actually it's supposed to be XA. I wrote down here wrong, AB. It wasn't AB, XA, right? So that fib, the 50%, this level here is 50%. Right. So if it is 50%, then it goes down to 23% line. This is another, pattern. It's called bad pattern, right? That's different calculation. So according to this calculation, it's supposed to go to 88%, basically 88%. Let me show you that, how, maybe if I have it here. Yeah. So you see this from 50, 38 or 50% maximum, then it dropped usually to 23% line, bounce and go to 88% to finish this bad pattern, right? But first you have to bypass that 61%, then 78%, and then comes to 88%. So instead of that, if you notice that, where the chart go? Yeah, so there I highlighted the 78% because it is coming exactly alongside with this 127% of this pattern completion. So I said, let's get to this level first, then maybe we will go to 88%, maybe if you bypass this. That was the idea, right? So this is one of the patterns, the red pattern, and then the blue pattern. So this one, what happened after a little while, on the 12th of May, I recorded this chart. So from here, it came down a little bit, it went up, and then came down, and then finally hit that target. Right, 127 is hit as well as 78% is also hit, and we kind of like stop a little bit here for a breather. Right, but there was no sign of coming down. Why? Because the red pattern was finished, but this was not. This is, it usually goes to 88%. So I was like, let's see what happened. So an Elliott wave count, this is another tool we call fib expansion, right? So A, B, 1, 2, and then wave 3 could be like this, 127%. It should be coming into this area, 127, 212.89. Right, and then 88%. So I draw another chart, and then I was watching it, and then finally, what we have is that we went there. Even 215, the bad pattern calculation, 88% was here, 215.05, right? So we are not quite there just yet, but very, very close to that number. So we bypasses this 127, 78 is gone. Now this one, then this will be completion, or the bad pattern will be completed here. After that, we will see that if it is going to drop or what is going to happen. This is H4 chart. But let's take a look at the weekly chart, or let me see if another chart that I made, the final chart of this when the Friday market closes. What it looked like is this, right? And let me see if, okay, well, the same thing. Yeah, I recorded on the Friday, right? So we are very close to this number, not touched yet, but maybe we're going to go up and touch it, right? But another very interesting thing is happening is this, that if you look at the daily chart, and this is the daily chart, the Nasdaq daily chart, and I made this one as well before, right? So it was going to the upside. Now, if you draw the fib from here to here, and then 88% is just, but if let's take a look at from here, right? So we are still in between 78 to 88%, right? 88% is just above that, a little bit more to the upside. But we are right now below this number, 214.19. But the dangerous thing is that need to be very careful that look at this one here, the style, these two candles side by side. This candle is completely a doji with a very almost not a body whatsoever. You can see that. This is called dragonfly doji, right? So, and then the other one is also just like that. Its middle body is a little bit thicker, but it got stopped just like that. These 2 day in a row, just like that, and it is called also like IB, like inside bar. A lot of people call that. So we have here that same thing. So two couple of dojis, right, and then so different names like spinning top, spinning bottom, this, that, and inside bar, all of that. But these two dojis like that is a powerful reversal candlestick formation, and that's exactly what we have here right now. You see that? So this is one of the first candle, and the second candle we ended the day with a inside bar doji, just like that. So a very strong signal here that we might be making a turn from here to the downside for whatever reason, right? So it's a lot of things going on out there, especially Trump is, running around here, there with his magic wand. He can do anything, right? So let's see what happened. But this is what I think, that somewhere here we might be making a turn. And right now the candlestick formation is a very strongly bearish. All right, so that's what I think, and and by the way, the daily what I do is that step by step, number by number. So if you're dropping, then we must be staying below this number and then go below this 212.31. This is 214.19. So on a smaller time frame, if this thing start to go down, then obviously we know that what to do, right? And it may go up again, even though we have a strong reversal candlestick formation. We might be going to touch this 88%. Usually that happens, and but once this thing is like finished, usually you get a very big move. Let me show you something else very interesting, and that will you understand that this is pattern, how it reacts. This is like I traded this pattern when it was in the making, right? From going from C point to D point. And these couple of different calculations for two different patterns, and even Elliott wave employing here as well, right? These are the two studies, and if you know a little bit of both, then this market will be staying under your feet all the time. You will know exactly what it is doing, and you will be trading it exactly the way it should be trading, right? So this is a pattern finishing, and after that, what happens? So let me show you something. UJ, my 40-minute chart, right? UJ, right? Okay, I have it open here. So UJ, let's see this one here. I had this pattern here drawn. I removed it, but see XA still numbers are there. XAB. Now let me put the fib here, just to show you that how it worked and what happened, right? So you see that this first pullback B point, that was on the Nasdaq was bearish. This is bullish. So and these patterns shows up in Elliott wave patterns on every single time frame, right? So this one XAB point is exactly at 50, and then it goes back up to 23% line and reverses from there. This is this is point perfect calculation, and after that it's supposed to be going to 88%, which look exactly straight came down to 88%. But then after that, what happened? Look at that big huge move, right? So after the completion, it wobbles a little bit here, just like this one here, just like the Nasdaq is doing a couple of dojis there, right? Spinning top. Or inside bar kind of thing, right? So it is thinking about making a turn. So just like here, it was like going up, down a little bit, and then after that, boom, took off. right? So that these patterns, they show up almost everywhere. You will see. If you look for them, you'll find it. And these patterns are not, and nothing is special about them. What is special about the special thing is this Fibonacci. If you understand this Fibonacci tool and how to use it properly, then you can do magic in this business, in this trading business. It doesn't matter what. Elliott wave, harmonic pattern. If you know, you can count these waves and these patterns. You can find them and take one level, one Fibonacci level to another. All these numbers are interrelated to each other. I'm going to show it to you in this video that as well. So you see that after completion, this is how big the reaction is. So we are about to complete this for our Nasdaq chart as a bad pattern here in this area. Are we going to go down from here big time? Time will tell, right? So be ready for that. And I use my smaller time frame to make entries like this one. This is my 40-minute chart. It is also for direction, but also for the entries as well. This was a beautiful long entry here. This was a beautiful long entry here, right? And then long entry here and here, and after that, and then these are smaller time frame, like 20-minute chart time frame entries. Look at that 20-minute chart entries. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Every time that happened, the price pulled back a little bit into this area, and then you can just pull the trigger and then go long, 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 as long as you have 4-hour chart showing that we are powerfully going to the upside in the uptrend, right? Now, the game is, like I said, that it is with Fibonacci 2, right? Usually we have 2 different Fibonacci tool, right? So I'm going to go briefly over them. So this one, it's a retracement, right? And it has all these numbers here, right? So you find, after the move, you want to know how much it's retracing. So we use this tool from, let's say, from here to here. So this is the tool. You simply just draw here to here, right? So you see that it usually comes and touch this zone between 61 to 78%. That is a reversal zone. Then you have an expansion zone. Not expansion, extension zone, which is 127 and or 161%. It goes and make the higher high, right? So this is and the other same tool you can use. This is the retracement, and then you use the upside down here for extension. And like I said, that usually it goes to 127, 161. So this one went straight way to the upside. Forget about everything. So like if this one here, from here to here, the extension, how much happened so far? See, 127 is touched, exactly, right? So this is what happens. So in the direction, you get retracement and extension, retracement and extension. Another tool is called expansion, and that is only used for targets and in Elliott wave, when you do the Elliott wave calculation, right? So, but what about all these numbers, where they come from? Right? So a lot of people are asking, so I said, let me just show in this video a little bit. So let me show you first that this is called Fibonacci series. Leonardo Fibonacci is the one that invented the series, and this is how the series goes, right? You add last two numbers, it starts from 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. Now numbers are increasing. 2 plus 3, 5. Add these last two numbers, 5 plus 3 plus 5, 8, and so on and so forth, right? Until infinity. But or the resultant numbers are these: 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 30, 55, 89. So last two numbers you add to get the next number. Simple as that, right? So now in here, for example, 21 to 34, then get the next number. That number to 34, that get the next number. So this is how the series builds, right? Now, the beauty about this series is that if you take any two consecutive number out of the series, for example, I took 377 and 610, right? You can take any, but for the sake of example, I took this, and then you divide one into another, like 377 is divided by 610. Result is 0.618. If you divide 610 by 377, result is 1.618. No matter what numbers you take, any two consecutive number, result will be the same here. This is 0.618 or 1.618. But this is the main number. So Leonardo Fibonacci end up calling this number like a golden ratio. This is the main culprit. This is the main number that, and from this number you have all the other numbers coming out. For example, let me show you another document here that I made. Where the heck is that document? Let me see. How can I get it? Maybe here, maybe here, here, or here. Right. So now 0.618, right? So this is what it is. A square of 0.618 is 0.382. Now, if let me show you the numbers on the chart as well. For example, I pulled the fib from here to here, right? And you have numbers, right? So 0.618, and in this tool, we are looking percentage-wise, so we add, multiply each numbers, these numbers by 100, so we move the decimal to the right, 2 digits, right? So instead of 0.618, it becomes 61.8 in this tool, right? So we need to see that how much percentage-wise it came back or retrace. So 0.618 here, and the square root of that 0.618 is 0.382, which is right here. Right now, similarly, all those numbers are there, and they are here as well. Now, reciprocal of 0.618, which is 1.618. Reciprocal means 1 divided by 0.618. Right, so that comes this. Now, 1 minus just 1, right? The whole number. 1 minus 0.618 shows you 0.382 again. Right? Now, 0.618 minus this 0.382 gives you 0.236, which is also a part of this number right there, the Fibonacci 2. So, and then 0.382 plus this equals 1. No, that's kind of weird. That's not right. It's actually 0.618 probably. I wrote it down here. 0.382. Let me see. 0.382 plus 0.236. So that is 0.618 actually, right? So this is 0.618. You see how they are all like interrelated, right? Now, square root of 0.618 is 0.786. Reciprocal of 0.786 equal 1.27. Square root of 1.27 is 1.127. And square root of 0.786 is 0.886. Right? And then 1 minus 0.886 is 0.114. Now, this half is not a Fibonacci number, but since we're using 1, then we just take it and then put it in the 2. Right? It's like 50%, half of it, right? Middle point. So the half of 1 is 50, and square root of 50 is 0.707, and the reciprocal of 0.07 is 1.414. Now, if you put all these numbers in sequence, then you get this. From 0 to 1, then you draw the fib, like you draw the fib like this, and then the numbers start, the lines like 1.114 or 11.4, then 23.6% line, then 38.2, then 50, then 61.8, then this, then 78.6, then 88.6, and then 0, and bypassing 0 going the other side is 1.128, 1.27, 1.414, and then 1.618. Let's remember that number. And so this is the 2. This is how you make this Fibonacci 2. Here, all these numbers in sequence, 38, 50, 78, 61, and then 70.7, 78%, 88%, 100, 112, 127. This is how we build this 2. Right? So this is the Fibonacci 2. And similarly, in expansion, we also use the same. But Fibonacci expansion is a little bit different than this, and it is used for the target only and for in Elliott wave. All right? So these tools, now to understand, now for example, bad pattern that I just showed you in my, where the heck is that? here, right? So you notice that I pull the fib from here to here, and then I have this number, and then I remove the other numbers because otherwise chart will be getting like too much, clustered here, right? So I just remove those numbers and then only keep the relevant numbers here, like 127, this, and then final target was 127. According to this fib and this pattern, and this one 50, 23, and then usually comes 88. But 78% also was important because it is important, right? So it is a square root of 0.618. So very important, right? So this is the now if you learn all this, and then obviously these are not the only two patterns. There's a different calculation, different pattern, right? So what I did is like I created the whole course, right? For example, let me go here on my website, and you see that this is like a Elliott wave course here and the harmonic pattern course, right? In this course, all the patterns that how you pinpoint before they even complete it. For example, here you can see that I made this chart way before it was completed, right? It was here, this bouncing from it. Now, 22% line bounce is my gold, like gold mine. Beautiful trades I get if you pull the fib, and then you see that this point either it can be a 50%, 61%, or 78%, and after that 23% line, beautiful trades coming in, right? Then you know exactly where it is going if it makes the turn. And sometimes it doesn't, it just drops, right? But if it is going to make the turn, you exactly would know where it's going, and then you can just only go long, long, long every day, rinse, repeat, for several days. You can easily take that. Those trades, and I did that so many trades in a row. In Nasdaq going from here to here, right? I made the video yesterday, and then a couple of trades that I took this week. I showed it in that video, right? So this is how it is. So you learn in this course, you will master this all Fibonacci tool, how to use it properly to pinpoint these turning points in these patterns. Elliott wave course is also right there, right? These are very, very powerful courses. All they do is they teach you exact turning points and the direction of anything in the coming days and weeks. For example, now gold, what the heck gold is doing, Nasdaq, where it stands, what kind of pattern they're making, and what kind of number they're going for. For example, 61% usually brings in 1.618. 78% usually goes back to 127. So different number, they're related to each other, right? So one number will come. Which number will come after what number? If you're making a turn from 61, then what number to expect? If you're making a turn from 78%, then what number to expect? Where this pattern is finished, where the turn is going to happen. Every single thing you're going to learn from these courses, and then you will become master of this trading business. It's very easy. It's no rocket science. It's just a matter of learning how to do it, right? So these are the couple of courses, and if you can take this one, no problem, right? And if you come on my website and you want to take it, and you give me the reference, send me an email that I want to take this. So I'll give you, it's like buy one get one free kind of thing, right? You can take both courses for the price of one. No problem. I'll give you like 50% discount, right? Or if you want me to teach you like personally, one-on-one courses right there, which you have a lot of things. You have combos as well here, where they have here, right? Which like one-on-one courses and these courses, and then personally, one-on-one teaching over the Zoom is in here. So yeah, take an advantage of that and learn. Learning is the key in this business. But like I said, that these courses or one-on-one that will make you master of this business as such that you will just trading will become like walk in a park, right? And if you can use my system, my creative IV system to take the entries, that would be beautiful, right? If not, if you have your own system, that's fine. But learn at least how to use this Fibonacci tool properly to measure all these turning points exactly, catch them on time. Right? I do here like my 40-minute chart, and then I make the charts, like for example here. Euro Aussie, I made the chart last week that's going to drop. So it didn't drop much, but it dropped a little bit, right? Pound Aussie, the same thing. I've removed the mark here, but you can see here how nicely this fib here drawn. So it went to 61%, then it dropped to and almost touching 23% line, and right from there it went straight to 127, the target for the butterfly pattern. And now from there it's making a turn. Right? Similarly, pound USD, if you draw the fib, forget about this one now. Oh, yeah. So you see from here, what do you see? You see that? You want to touch the 78% and dropping, and 38% is right there. It may drop, may not, and then you may go to the upside. So it depends. We'll see, right? If it's not there at the station, then we wait. If not, then you always find some really good setup somewhere in the market. For example, here, if you draw the fib from here to here, you see exactly, here we go. I just caught something right in front of you, right? So what is this? You drop here, then look 61, and then back to 23% line, and it bouncing from here. So from 61, 23, usually it goes to 78 or higher. Now 78%, the pattern called Goethe will be finished. But remember, this course, let me show you again one more time, that I teach also something that no one teaches, that if, let's see this one, this course, this video here, this shows that what to do when a bearish Goethe fails to work out. Means it's completed and it's supposed to make the turn, but it doesn't. It keep going to the, in the same direction. 78, then 88, then 100, then 127. Then what do, right? So I teach you exactly step by step that how to use this fib and how to take the entry. If it is not working out, doesn't matter. You can still trade the pattern, right? You can still trade the failed pattern. So all the patterns that you learn and how to trade them properly using proper fib, plus you will also learn that how to trade them beautifully, even if they fail to work out. All right. So again, like I said, that this I'm not going to talk about that because the other video is going to be too long, right? So Elliott wave course is just like that. It's very important. By the way, these harmonic patterns it's not the real thing. The real thing is Elliott wave, right? But the Elliott wave make the pattern, and then someone just named these patterns harmonic patterns, this and that, and this. They are basically Elliott wave. So if you take those two courses and then learn everything and then put them together, where the heck you think the market is going to go? It will stay under your feet all the time. Any instrument, and you can tell right away that where the heck it is going. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show. Nasdaq, you saw how beautiful it is making those patterns. Completed. This one is already completed. Going for the. See, this is another thing that there is another pattern. So see, if you pull the fib from here to here, they see A, B, C correction. Let me show you. Its fib is amazing. See that? So first is 50. This one. Then it went to a little higher than 23, and then it came down to 61%, and then bounced from there. So that's how it is. You learn, fib numbers, and these SNR levels, by the way, they are all created because of this Fibonacci numbers, the turning points from the Fibonacci numbers. And it is everywhere. Let me show you quickly something else, very interesting, that why Fibonacci number, just one example that how much it is in our lives. And for example, if I have it here, I don't know if okay, yeah. Let me see one document that I made, that what this 0.618 is involved in our life, right? So now look at this square. It has equal size, A equal B equal C equal D. Let's say 1 inch square, right? But if we break it down, for example, that this base, right, the middle point is 50, right, half, but you draw this line, 0.618. You take this 0.618 and add this side here, right, like this one, then it becomes a rectangle. Then the square becomes a rectangle, where this side stays 1, as it was before. But now this side, base and the upper side becomes 1 point. We added 0.618 more, right? So it becomes 1.618. And the shape turns from a square to rectangle. But what is the beauty about this rectangle? Well, 90% of the things around us in our daily life are rectangle. For example, just to show you a few books. How the books like? What is this? Rectangle, right? Okay, the thing that I'm working on is called laptop, right? So laptop is, what shape is that? Exactly rectangle, right? TV, okay, let's go take a look at the TV, rectangle, right? Let's say our credit card, right? Credit card looks like, well, not card, man, card. They look like rectangle. Just few examples, right? Even if you look at the animals, cat, dog, rectangle shape. Right? So this is the most desirable shape to the human eyes. So we make everything rectangle. Dining table, rectangle. Car, rectangle. Right? Nothing is a square or any triangle shape. All a rectangle all around us. And the rectangle I just showed you that involved what? 0.618. So similarly, in our shape, like a body shape, in the face, the nose, the lips, the chin, they are exactly at these numbers. If you measure, I don't want to get into that in too much detail. I just wanted to show you a little bit that this is how this Fibonacci is all around us in our lives. So this market is also behaving according to these numbers. These numbers are in nature. All right. So learn perfectly and then trade this market perfectly. All right. So bye for now and talk to you guys later. And hope that you have a wonderful rest of the weekend.